Monsieur le Président de la séance, Madame la Secrétaire exécutive de la Convention-cadre des Nations Unies sur les changements climatiques, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs de délégation, distingués délégués, Mesdames et Messieurs, c'est un grand honneur pour moi de m'adresser à cette prestigieuse Assemblée. Permettez-moi, au nom de ma délégation et en mon nom personnel, d'exprimer ma profonde gratitude au gouvernement du Royaume du Maroc pour l'accueil très chaleureux dont nous avons fait l'objet dès notre arrivée dans cette très belle ville de Marrakech. Nous sommes réunis ici dans un cadre très propice pour discuter d'un sujet primordial, celle de la sauvegarde de notre planète et des générations futures. Nous nous retrouvons de nouveau à Marrakech après 15 ans. Dès lors, nous avons effectué un long parcours marqué par des progrès, certes encourageants, mais la dégradation accélérée de notre climat nécessite impérativement des actions collectives et urgentes pour faire face aux défis. Monsieur le Président, la République de Maurice vous accorde son soutien indéfectible pour qu'ensemble, nous puissions atteindre les objectifs de la COP22. Monsieur le Président, permettez-moi de continuer en anglais. The Republic of Mauritius wishes to associate itself with the statement delivered by Maldives on behalf of the Alliance of Small Island States, by Mali on behalf of the Africa Group, and by Thailand on behalf of Group 77 and China. Mr. President, climate change is not only a global threat, but a real danger for vulnerable nations such as small island developing states, least developed countries and countries in Africa. All the climate indicators are in the red. You will recall that a few weeks ago, we all witnessed the chaos and devastation caused by Hurricane Matthew. I seize this opportunity to convey on behalf of the government and people of Mauritius our profound solidarity of the people of Haiti. The extreme climatic event was yet another reminder to the urgency to act now. Mauritius is also not spared. We are also under the constant threat of such climatic disaster. Within a short period of time, we might as well lose all our hard-earned development due to extreme climatic events. Indeed, according to the 2016 World Risk Report, Mauritius is ranked 13th on the list of high-risk countries and potential victim of a disaster. Air temperature in my country is already increased by up to 1.1 degrees Celsius over the last few decades, while sea level is rising at an accelerated rate of 5.6 millimeters per year. In both cases, these figures exceed the global average. A reduction of 8% in the annual precipitation has also been observed over the last 50 years. The width of our beaches, on which a large chunk of our economy depends, has reduced by some 10 meters over the last 8 years. These observed climate changes are also having serious repercussions not only on water, agriculture and fisheries, but also with respect to livelihood of our vulnerable communities. Projections for Mauritius are even bleaker. It is predicted that water supply by 2030 may not be sufficient to satisfy projected demand, while agricultural production may decline by as much as 30%. Mr. President, Mauritius is investing more than 2% on the GDP annually on climate change measures that represent roughly $230 million US dollars, which could have been otherwise used in addressing poverty alleviation and improving quality of life. This year, our national budget has also provided for a series of measures in the field of renewable energy, sustainable transport, smart agriculture, ocean economy, and effective water resource management. These announced measures will no doubt contribute significantly to both aspects of climate change mitigation and adaptation. As regards to renewable energy, provisions for investment in solar photovoltaic system to up to 15 megawatt and production of electricity through ocean waves and offshore winds are being considered. Furthermore, government is also supporting a deep water or ocean water application air conditioning system project, which is an innovative low-carbon technology that lowers building cooling costs. This process would help to reduce some 13 megawatt power, which amount to an annual reduction of around 40,000 tons of CO2 emissions. In order to optimize on the decreasing rainfall trend and more frequent intense rainfall occurring in the short lapses of time, Mauritius is investing massively in the construction of a new dam to sustain demand. These measures are quite bold, but may not be sufficient against climate change. We will require the financial support of the international community and means of implementation achieve the adaptation and mitigation objective spelled out in our nationally determined contribution. Mr. President, it is my ardent wish that the pledges made in this context of the Paris Agreement are effectively implemented. I believe that vulnerable countries' parties need to have facilitated access to financial resources in order to enhance resilience. Developed countries' parties should consequently upscale their financing to the tune of at least $100 billion by the year 2020. But as of now, we are unfortunately very far from announced pledges. The same determination and commitment which prevail at the COP21 should continue to be the driving force for the implementation of provisions of the Paris Decision and the Agreement. We need to urgently translate into the reality the pledges made by party. Mr. President, allow me to conclude by quoting Benjamin Franklin, and I quote, "Well done is better than well said," end of quote. Our focus must now be shifted towards implementation of our pledge and commitment. On this note, I wish to thank you all for your kind attention.